Hi everyone, my name is Kennedy McKinney and I have just finished an amazing summer here at NBC6 as an investigative intern. Let's take a glimpse of some of the highlights from my experience. This has been an impactful summer where I got to learn and contribute to multiple areas of the newsroom. I got experience in investigative, digital, production, and general assignment all in the span of 10 weeks. Fun fact, one of my main duties as an investigative intern is to monitor the tip line for stories that I feel are good. I'm proud to say that several of these stories were picked up by producers, and as seen here, I had the chance to go out and help produce these stories. I had the opportunity to experience life as an NBC6 general assignment reporter by shadowing Heather Walker a couple of times. In the field, I had the chance to assist on interviews, do background research on the subject and story, and learn the routine for a reporter and how they prepare a story for the news. I even got a chance to try it out myself. Albert Myers is being held on a $15,000 bond following a social media post that said, "Please help, I've been kidnapped by my ex." This post got a lot of attention and led to dozens of calls to the Broward County Sheriff's Office. They later responded to the scene and the victim was able to get out safely. Reporting from Broward County Jail, Kennedy McKinney, NBC6. This summer, I had the opportunity to get to know and work with the photogs and had the chance to go out with Gabe and conduct man-on-the-street interviews for a Consumer Report story regarding inflation. How have you noticed these prices affecting you lately?
Price at the pump is obviously more. I've noticed a change in all of the grocery costs as well. So those are major things. Plus airlines, we've been trying to book for the summer, it's gone up. So yeah, pretty much everything.
So what have you had to sacrifice lately that you would like to do, like trips, vacations, any activities?
We've just, so I'm retired, so we've just had to kind of watch our retirement fund, which has gone down a little bit lately with the stock market the way it is, so we just have to watch it a little more closely, but it hasn't affected what we're doing.
I then got experience behind the desk and had the chance to film my own version of the Daily Mix. I'm Kennedy McKinney with 3 stories you need to hear. 2 suspects in an armed homicide are still at large after they fled police officials yesterday in Pompano Beach. Officers have since located their abandoned vehicle, and witnesses say the suspect and passenger exited the car armed with handguns. Officers from the Davie and Plantation Police Departments have joined BSO in the search. And you may have noticed the price of daily living on a steady rise. Gas, food, and rent all cost more compared to a few months ago. These price surges have taken U.S. inflation to a new 4-decade peak in the last month, and consumer prices have soared 9.1% compared with the year earlier. The government said Wednesday that this is the biggest 12-month increase since 1981. And a Fort Lauderdale man says he was drugged and robbed out of more than $50,000 in jewelry by a woman he met at a bar and brought home. Surveillance video shows the two entering his building, and then 2 hours later, the woman is seen leaving alone. The man says he has no memory of anything that night, and toxicology reports show he had several drugs in his system, including GHB, a date rape drug, and tranquilizers. The woman is still at large. Connect with us for the very latest on these stories. I spent a lot of time working with consumer reporter Sasha Jones. While working with Sasha, I had the chance to work on several stories, write digital copy, write and edit scripts, conduct interviews, go out on shoots, and fact-check claims sent in by viewers. I even had the chance to film my own Respond story. After months of fighting for a flight refund, a woman called NBC6 responds. Coming up, we'll tell you how we helped her get her money back and tips for what you can do in this situation.
I am a frequent flyer.
Traveling is now routine for Andrea Barton.
I spent as much time on a plane as one could possibly imagine.
She was traveling back and forth to New York to help take care of her daughter, who was a cancer survivor.
The whole year trying to take care of her, go through treatment, surgery.
In December, she says she booked 3 tickets for a holiday trip with her daughter. She canceled it in the company's 24-hour cancellation window. While trying to book another flight with JetBlue, she says an agent told her the trip was still on her account. She says the agent issued a refund at that time, but days after the phone call, she noticed her credit card was charged again for the canceled flights.
It took me calling JetBlue I don't know how many times, writing chargeback services, writing and calling everybody that I could to let them know that this was not a fair charge.
Andrea says her calls to the airline didn't resolve the issue either. She is just one of the thousands of airline passengers complaining about airline refund issues. Complaints against airlines have skyrocketed since the start of the pandemic. Data from the U.S. Department of Transportation shows complaints are up over 300% from the first quarter of this year compared to the first quarter of pre-pandemic 2019. And of the complaints filed in March of this year, 37% were about refunds. In Andrea's case, after months of waiting for a refund, she called NBC6 Responds.
Thankfully, you guys did help.
A JetBlue representative told us in a statement, while they are unable to find any record of Andrea canceling her itinerary in the time required to be eligible for a full refund, as a gesture of goodwill, they have processed a refund. It's a welcome relief for Andrea.
At least somebody answered me, and you are the only one who answered me, and I thank you very much.
It's important to read an airline's refund policy before booking, and if you cancel, keep a record of it, like a screenshot of the cancellation confirmation. You can file a complaint with the Department of Transportation, and we have more information on how to do that on our website at NBC6.com. One of the most exciting experiences I had this summer was having the chance to go out with Jason and interview rapper Kodak Black. This interview was later used in the morning show. Here's a quick piece. What can the community expect out of this event?
Fun, safe fun. Ain't no bull, nothing going on. I'm saying we all on positive vibe because it's Yak Day. So for you to come on any foolishness is a disrespect not only to me but the whole Florida period, because this supposed to be a day of fun, everybody hanging out so this can keep going on every year, because it's like if y'all don't let me do it, who else gonna do it? So might as well just come and just have fun, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Since I wanted to gain as much experience as possible and move around the newsroom during this experience, one day I shadowed Alexis Howard in production and had the chance to try my hand at associate producing and helped her with the 5 p.m. show. Here's a piece of one of the segments I got to write.
Well, the actor best known for his role in Goodfellas has passed away. Paul Sorvino died this morning from natural causes. His wife was by his side this morning and said, quote, "Our hearts are broken. There will never be another Paul Sorvino. He was the love of my life and one of the greatest performers to ever grace the screen and stage."
The most rewarding story I worked on in Investigative this summer was a story I worked on with Willard Shepard and Connie Fossey regarding a wrongful arrest at the hands of Hollywood police. Stories like these are the reason I am a journalist. Stories that deal with social injustice and bring light to issues in society. I had the chance to speak with the victim, go out on multiple shoots for the story, and had the chance to film B-roll. After the story aired, the victim sent us a heartfelt letter thanking us for telling his story, which further made me realize why I'm here. I graduate in December knowing without any reservations that this is the career for me. Thank you to NBC6, my supervisors, and everyone that allowed me to shadow them and tag along. You have solidified my love for journalism, and I am so excited to start my career. Thank you for showing me that here I can.